Original fiancé is livid that I got my daughter 5 pairs of running shoes and is demanding that I provide for her 3 kids too. So I told her to start packing. My fiancé has 3 kids with her ex, meanwhile I only have 1 kid with my ex, my daughter. My daughter is a state qualifying cross-country and track runner. This means that her training schedule is rather intense, with her weekly mileage reaching into the high 70s and low 80s. At her most recent sports physical, I asked her doctor how often I should replace her shoes because I'm sure they get worn out pretty quickly with the number of miles she's running each week. Her doctor recommended switching the shoes out every 6 months, as well as getting 2 pairs of shoes so she can switch out the pair she's wearing every other day or so. However, her shoes may need to get replaced earlier depending on how intense her weeks get. After the appointment, I took my daughter out to a few athletic stores so she could pick out a few pairs. I told her to pick out 4 pairs of running shoes, 2 for track season and 2 for cross country. Then I told her to pick out a pair of spikes for her races. I spent over $300 on her shoes. When we came home, my fiancé saw the bags my daughter was holding and my daughter excitedly told her about the new shoes she had gotten. My fiancé stayed quiet until later that night. While we were getting ready for bed, she started yelling at me for being irresponsible and a horrible person to her own kids. She said she was very mad because I should also get her kids shoes if I spent over $300 for my daughter. I mentioned that we agreed we would each provide for our own kids on our own, and her kids don't play any sports. They all sit in their rooms all day on their electronics, and even when I do buy them something they never say thank you or appreciate what I get them. She got even angrier and did not talk to me for 2 weeks. Then, my daughter's Nintendo Switch completely stopped working earlier this week. Yesterday she had her conference cross-country meet, where she both PR'd and qualified to run the state. To celebrate her new achievements, I took her out to eat, and then bought her a new Nintendo Switch with a game she picked out. My fiancé came back from her parents earlier today and saw my daughter playing with her Switch. She asked me about it after my daughter left with her boyfriend and I told her that